everyone, it's Miss Cat here, and I have a lovely Mother's Day craft idea for you. If you would like to make a beautiful and very colorful Mother's Day love tree with me, then keep on watching. Okay, so for this Mother's Day craft, we will need a paintbrush, a white sheet of paper, a marker, or you can of course also use a pencil, a brown pencil possibly, or a crayon, and a simple black pencil and some lovely paint. And since we are going to make a heart, I would suggest to use red, a bit of burgundy maybe if you have it at home, white. And if you don't have any pink, for example, Miss Cat doesn't have any pink, but that's perfectly fine because we can create pink by mixing red and white together. So I squeezed a little bit of white and red here, and I'm just going to mix it. Mix, mix, mix. Can you see? The color is already transforming into a lovely shade of pink. Okay? So if you want light pink, you can use a bit more white than red. If you want it to look a little bit darker pink, then use a tad more red than white. Okie dokie, that's it. So I like this color a lot. I think this looks perfect for my love tree. Alrighty, so let's start creating our love tree. So first, I'm going to use my marker. If you need help, you can of course ask your mommy or daddy to help you draw a tree trunk. I'm just going to make it very simple, just kind of like 2 lines, this way, and pretty much that's it. All right, now I am going to color my tree trunk brown. You can of course use a crayon. You can even paint it. I have decided to use a brown pencil and try to color it in as nicely as possible. Try to stay within the lines. Okay, so as mentioned, you can of course paint it. You can use a crayon. Otherwise, my tree trunk looks quite good, I think, just by using a brown pencil. Alrighty, so now if you need help, you can again ask your mommy or daddy to help you draw a heart. Okay, so use a black pencil and try to draw it gently, okay, so it doesn't leave a very harsh mark on the white paper, because I'm just going to use this as a guide basically. So I will try to paint with my fingers by staying within the pencil heart. Okay, so now the fun part begins. You are going to use your little finger, or even more than one, of course. You are more than welcome to do that. And dip your little finger into the pink color. I will start with the pink, for example. And I'll try to tap on the paper, just like that. So you can, for example, make a few fingerprints, just like that. Okay, if you're happy with it, then we can move on to the red color, for example. Alrighty, so see, it's a little bit messy, but very fun. This is also a very good sensory activity. Alrighty, okie doke. Now I'm going to use a bit of burgundy. So I think that's a very lovely color. If you want, you can of course tap also over your previously painted marks. That's fine. So then you will basically create a new color. Okay? So tap, tap, tap. Whoop, tap, tap, tap. You can of course do it very quickly or very slowly if you want to do it very precisely. Okay, so I'm also using a bit of white. I know white doesn't really show on the white piece of paper, but if I actually use the white over, see, the pink or the burgundy or the red even, then it will create again a new sort of color, right? So they will blend it very nicely together. Okay, see, now I'm about halfway through the heart and I'm trying to stay within the lines. So we will get a heart shape. Okay? And look, I'm actually doing it quite fast because I think it's quite nice to blend the colors together this way. See? It's very, very, very nice. Doesn't it look lovely? I think it does. So now, see, I'm quite ready. Well, just add more color here. Okay, so now what I want to do, because yeah, this looks very nice, but I think it could even look a little bit nicer by putting it to the side, drying it a little bit, and then go over with a bit more red, white, burgundy, or pink. So like over the colors that you have already done, you can actually decorate it even further. Just like that, look. I think it looks great. I will use just a little bit more white here, for example. Okay, I think it looks quite lovely. All right, just like that. Okay, so I'm quite happy with the result and all these lovely, beautiful colors. So now I will put it to the side and come back to it in an hour. I think that would be enough for the paint to dry. Of course, if you used a lot of paint, you might need a little bit longer. If you didn't use that much as Miss Cat, you might need only, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe. So just ask for your mommy and daddy to check, or well, preferably your daddy, right? Because this is going to be a present for your mommy. Okay, so I will put it to the side and I'll come back very soon. Okay, remember to wash your hands. So now my fingers are all clean. I can write, for example, I love you, mommy. So if you need help, you can ask your daddy to help you. Okay, so you can either copy it, or if you know how to write it, of course you are more than welcome to do it on your own. So you can use any color you want, of course, right? If you like yellow, if you like black, if you like red, if you like blue, then you use those colors, or you can even make it rainbow. Alrighty, so I'm going to write it here. I love you. Just like that. And you can, of course, decorate your art even further by drawing hearts maybe, or drawing a sun maybe to the corner. Okay, so that's totally up to you. I'm quite happy with this love tree the way it is.